Business owners are unsure should they put a business on the market or should they wait until the crisis is over. I will attempt to answer this question, and I hope that you find this analysis useful. So what is happening on the business selling market? Are the buyers there? Are the sellers there? Are the transactions happening at all? And it's interesting to see that actually there is more buyers than businesses for sale on the market. Sellers got spooked with the shock of COVID-19 and pulled the businesses off the market or postponed selling of the businesses. So it's a definite shortage of the businesses on the market. To illustrate this further, let me show you demographics of the buyers that are buying at the moment. So what I have here with me are results of our surveys from about 2 weeks ago. We went to the buyers, we had 140 respondents, and these are the results of the survey. 32% of the buyers were looking to buy the business for investment. These are high net worth individuals that are looking to park some of their surplus cash into good investment. The other significant group was told us that they want to change their lifestyle. That was about 30%. 21% of the buyers were there to actually expand their own business. So these were other businesses looking to buy other businesses to expand their operations. Interesting group is this 13%, which to gain buyers looking to gain employment. Now what's happening on the market? About 30 to 40% of the market has gone, and most of the people that pulled out of the market were it was a segment that was looking to change their lifestyle. I mean, it's a crisis. No one's looking to change the lifestyle. We just want to support our current lifestyle if you can. Now, the investment buyers are still there. Businesses looking to buy other businesses had reduced somewhat, but didn't disappear by all means. The largest growing group of the buyers are the buyers that are looking to gain employment. And make no mistake about it, these are not the buyers that are looking to buy a small business under $100,000. People that are looking, or buyers that are looking in this segment, are looking anything up to $300,000 in profits for the business. And not everybody that lost a job was in a lower income bracket, but there's a lot of mid-management and high management that actually lost their jobs, but they're looking to find employment, and their lifestyle demands $200,000 to $300,000 a year. So these two segments, in our opinion, are growing. This one has reduced, and this one has dramatically reduced. So at the moment on the market, we got the investors, we got the businesses looking to buy the businesses, and we have individuals looking to gain employment and security through purchasing the business. As you can see, the buyers are still out there, and there is a demand from the buyers for both low end of the scale, which are businesses up to $300,000, they're generating up to $300,000 in profit. Also, there is a demand from high net individuals for businesses that generate somewhere between $300,000 and $1 million in profit. There's also demand for businesses for over $1 million. They're generating over $1 million in profit from other businesses that are wishing to expand. Now, just because there is a demand, it doesn't mean that you should put a business on the market. Let's look at now, based on your situation and based on performance on your business, should you or should you not put a business on the market at the moment? Now, what we know is that more than half of the businesses that go on the market do this involuntarily, which means they're forced to put a business on the market. Something happened in their life or in the business, and they need to make this decision. Or they have made an educated decision and said, well, look, it's time for me to exit this business. And let's say, let me just explain this graph very quickly. On the bottom is a time. On the left-hand side, we got a profit. The dotted green line is a break-even point. So let's say desire to sell the business or need to sell the business has happened well before the crisis. You were contemplating putting a business on the market, and about 2, 3, 4 months before the COVID-19 crisis, you really said, look, we really need to do something about it. I will put this business on the market. You started preparing for that, and then COVID-19 happened. So during that time, when this need to sell the business has arisen, your business was running profitably and it keeps on running profitably through the crisis, and you expect it to keep on running profitably in the future. Should you put this business on the market? I think you should, as long as the need and desire to do so still exist. The market is extremely good for this type of businesses. Let's say you're fortunate enough, lucky few, that due to this current crisis, your business has increased, and has increased due to because you're in a fortunate situation that your customers in this current environment have a demand for your products or services. What it's going to do for you is going to bring you extra profit over the next 3 to 6 to 9 months. Question is, should you put this business now, or should you actually capitalize on this profit? In my opinion, that all depends what is the reason for selling your business. If your reason is still there and very strong, I think you should. And what this increase in profit is going to help you do is demand a premium for the business, but also help you sell the business faster, because whoever wants to buy this business now wants to buy it as soon as possible in order to capitalize on demand. Now let's look at the businesses that have been affected by COVID-19. So their performance has been affected because of the current crisis. Let's say you had a profitable business before the lockdown, and now your business has reduced, but it's still kind of breaking even, all right? And you expect to go back to profit once when the crisis is over. Should you put this business on the market or not? It all depends on the reason for putting a business on the market. If you had a reason prior to that, and that reason is pressing, and you're really putting the pressure on you to sell the business, I think you should, and I'll explain to you in a second how to actually capitalize on this. But if there is no need to sell the business and you can actually weather this crisis and come on the other end, I don't think you should. Now, if you are one of unfortunate ones that your business has actually dropped dramatically because of the lockout, and it's slowly recovering and it's going to go past the crisis to actually recover, should you put the business on the market? Well, you guessed it. If the reason to put the business on the market is still there, I think you should. Now, where your business is going to be priced? Is it going to be priced based on this performance, based on this performance, or based on this performance when you get out on the other side of the crisis? Well, look, you got to look at this in more detail, all right? If you don't think you're going to have enough funds to go through the crisis, I really think one of the options could be selling a business. Now, you may going to ask yourself, well, who's going to buy the business that's actually losing money at the moment? Well, somebody who's cashed up and maybe has because of their other business or because of their know-how, connections, way to actually change this curve much faster and maybe start making money before the crisis ends, or somebody who can actually run this business until actually picks up and he has enough funds to do so. They will definitely demand some sort of discount, so they're not going to pay for all the losses. But what can be done in this case, you can actually do this in the stage buyout for both businesses. The businesses that are losing money and the businesses that are breaking even. And we're actually working on a few deals like this at the moment. So what would happen? The buyer would say, okay, look, I'll provide some capital on this point to help you finance the business through, and then we're going to calculate the price once when we're on the other end, based on predetermined formula now. It's up to you now to drive this business, help the buyer to actually improve it, but you're going to have their funds to do so, well, partial their funds, and they help to do so. Now, there's some sort of risk associated with any late payments or any earnouts. But look, if you are not going to get through the crisis, something is better than nothing. So I think if you're in a situation like this and you don't have enough funds to weather the crisis yourself, I think you should definitely try to find a buyer who can help you there. Making a decision to sell your business, even in the good times, not in a crisis like we are today, it's one of the biggest and hardest decisions to make. So to make it a little bit easier for you, not easy by no means, but to make it a little bit easier for you, we have come up with the 3 questions that will help you decide should you explore this further. And let me show you what they are. Here are the 3 questions that you should ask yourself, and if the answer to any of these questions or more than one of these questions is yes, you should definitely consider putting a business on the market. Now, what I'm saying, don't just rush and put a business on the market. Talk to somebody, get a serious advice, serious, professional, informed advice before you decide to do this. So the first question is, did you need or wanted to sell your business before the lockdown? The answer to this, if the answer to this question is yes, well, you should consider what are your options now, because it could be beneficial to you to actually put it on the market now. Will your resources run out before the recovery? Now, this is hard questions to answer because we don't know how long the recovery is going to take and when it's going to take place. But if you are short on cash, you should really, really consider your option now. And one of the options could be selling the business before you actually run out of the cash and lose the business altogether. Will postponing sale of your business put added pressure on you to sell? Now, this one, no one but yourself can answer. Whatever the reason was for you to sell the business before the COVID-19, or it is now, is that reason going to be more pressing? Is going to put more pressure on you 6, 12, 18 months from now? And if the answer is yes, you should definitely talk to somebody about selling your business to see what your options are. I never thought I'm going to give you a definite answer in this video. Should you or shouldn't you sell the business in the current market? The market is still there. The deals are still happening. But decision to sell the business is yours and yours alone. Now, before you decide should you put the business on the market, you need answers to a few more questions. And I've got a little list in front of me which I'd like to discuss with you. First one, you need to know what's the value of my business and how much can I realistically expect to sell this business for? What's the likelihood of success in the current environment? If structured sales are needed, how can I secure those future payments, and what's the likelihood of receiving these payments? What are my obligations towards buyers and towards my employees? How long will it take to complete the sale? And the list goes on. So what I would like to ask you, if you're considering selling a business, please give us a call. Our brokers and our analysts are more than happy to spend as much time as needed with you to discuss all this, to do the valuation of your business, to explain the process of selling a business, is not just in this environment, but in general how it works. We want to inform you as much as we can in order for you to make a decision should you sell the business or not. I thank you very much for watching this video, and until next time.